Alright, welcome back to Nitrous Overdose. Things are looking great if you completely ignore the fact that we're under attack by the unholy alliance of the Ottomans and Russia. At least we knew this was coming. They forced our great ally, Trier, and they really are quite powerful here. Don't underestimate Central German with that many provinces on very hard. They forced Trier to break their alliance with us, which told us, yes, the Ottomans are coming knocking and we're not going to like it. So we scrambled for allies. Livonian Order, Mantua, and, well, we had Switzerland for a while. We could have gotten Great Britain, but is all I can say when Great Britain is involved. Probably would have been a move for the better, but the Ottomans have a fleet that just far surpasses the British. The Ottomans have a far superior everything, surpassing the everyone. Let's get a lineup here. Ottomans are number 1 with 1300 development. Number 6 is Russia with another 700, and they're coming for poor Nitra, who has 300. It's not like we're alone here though. We do have the Commonwealth on our side with 700 of their own development. And they've got a reasonably sized army. I don't think they have the quantity that the Ottomans have, because the Ottomans did take quantity ideas. Not that anyone could really match our aristocratic, plutocratic idea bender here. I kind of wish I had my extra 10% morale from the Slovak National Awakening, but that's going to have to wait until we have the mill, and we'll be waiting a wee while for that, I think. So the situation doesn't look too good. Lick the behinds of Otto and Rush GP rivals, hoping for an intervention. You know, I didn't even think of that, but let's see, we have 1, 2 against just 1, so it could be that an enemy of the Ottomans would intervene. France could well be that person. Denmark is also on the list of potentials, because Denmark hates Russia. Is Timrid still a great power? I hope to hell they're not. No, okay. So it is possible that Spain gets involved. They don't seem to be having any truce with any of the people involved. The Danes have a truce with the Commonwealth. I don't think that'll play into things. So that would be wonderful. In fact, that would turn everything around. It means I wouldn't have to ally France. And whilst I would never dream of allying France, you have no idea how tempting it is when the goings are as rough as this. We are kind of fortified. Kind of. They'd have to break through at least some fortifications to get to the juicy centre of the Commonwealth. So what I will do is split up our armies and set everything to attach to, and hope to high heaven that our allies actually come and attach to us, so that we can get to work good and proper. We are due some rebellion. That's not very nice, because they struck us just after we decided to peacefully integrate a good chunk of Bavaria by force. Well, at least the treasury is holding fine, and there's no sense beating around the bush. Let's just go for it. Well, at least the crusade has been called, and Salzburg want to help us out, but they want to help us out at a cost. I'm not so sure that those Salzburgian troops are really going to help against the Ottomans when they're right there. I strongly suspect they're going to walk in and get hammered. In fact, I think that's exactly what's going to happen, but we'll take them anyway because we need every last troop we can get. Now, Salzburg, if you could please come and attach to one of my stacks. I need the Commonwealth to do much and such the same. I need the Commonwealth to not charge face first into Russia, and they're charging face first into Russia. I'm going to try my best to keep them occupied in other ways. I'm going to say, Commonwealth, if you're going to focus on one thing, make it be the Ottoman forts. They will probably ignore me, but a man can hope. A man can dream. So I need you to support me, Saxony, attached to my armies. And yeah, thank goodness we've at least got Crusade going on. Jake, focus on Russia. They don't have Tech 12. Looking at it the wrong way, I'd rather Russia was not focused on. I want Russia to be occupying Commonwealth lands. Okay, so the Commonwealth is charging straight into the Ottomans right now. I think that 42 stack would be kissing the dirt pretty quickly. And the Ottomans have plenty of manpower, whilst the Commonwealth absolutely do not. Okay, well, as long as Salzburg does come attached to me. Alright, so the Ottomans are moving in on us already here. That's very bad for me, because I'm trying to core these lands. Perhaps if we could just beat a very hasty retreat. Don't want them splatting all of my cannons either, though. I'm not afraid, but the unfortunate situation with my allies here is that they're going to be very divided up. Well, someone's going to exhaust themselves here. Oh, jings, he brought an 11 stack of cannons there, didn't he? I'm going to have to eliminate that stack whether I want to or not. Alternatively, he gets trounced by the Bavarian separatists. That would be the funniest thing that could happen for me right now. Alright. Much as I would love to beat a hasty retreat then, maybe I should actually hold on to my units then. Alright, well, we'll head over there and the rest of you scrunch up over in Eger. At least we don't have the Bavarians rising up there. Because I might be able to get the Bavarians to work for me. Then again, they might double down with all of their units onto me, but that's just a bridge we're going to have to cross when we find it. What ungodly thing are they going to get here? Walls breached. Should also consider, yeah, we've got the morale of armies, which is probably the best thing we could hope for right now. Water shortage was one of the worst things we could hope for there, because that gives them a very good chance of just taking it next turn. I can't afford that kind of risk. I can't count on the Bavarians here, but the Bavarians might save my soul another day. All I'm saying is, the situation doesn't look too good. At least Commonwealth is crushing the Russians. There's no particularly good defensive terrain here, nor do we have any particularly good generals. In fact, we don't have generals. Also, what happened to the guys we hired? I see they're running away. Thanks a bunch. And our only general is years ahead of his time. 2 siege could help us out here. Wouldn't now be the best time for the 40-year war to fire? No, I think it would be about the worst time for that to fire. Well, the people that would put me at war with here, the Danes and the Spains. I need one of those to be intervening on my behalf here. Preferably Spain, so oh, Spain hates me. Spain won't intervene. Well, the Danes hate me. They won't intervene. But I could get that Danish... No, I can't get that Danish opinion up. Well, it's bad either way you cut it then. Were there any other great powers who might want to get involved in this? I'm sure Ming hate the Ottomans, right? There's the British. I don't think the British intervening would do any good whatsoever here. But what can I do but try to help myself out here? I could hope for a swift victory against these guys. Would be kind of handy, but look at all these guys coming along to Steiermark. Probably don't need me to tell you that's bad news for me. Let's try to avoid a smidgen of attrition here, and let's hope for the best. Hope for the best. I got one more chance to hope for the best. Good heavens, those generals are a heap of ass. So one shock pit between them. We're already staring down betters. Not sure if I can risk waiting on this guy forever. But he's working his way to Praha. Well, I don't want to lose my my ruler, so let's not put him in danger. Let's just march on and hope we can win here. He wants to come and fight. I just have to hope I keep it at 14. Well, like I said, here's hoping. He's going to go to Linz. Yeah, this ain't a battle that I'm going to win. Well, yeah, It's definitely not looking good for us. Oh, jeez, it falls on 14 as well. Took 2 siege ticks for that to fall. 2. Which is, suffice to say, a bit scary for me. The Russians showing their incredible manpower gains here. But what I'm looking for is perhaps saying, hey, don't you want to own all that land from Commonwealth? And they say, not until we occupy most of it. Dearie me, that's one way to just throw away your manpower right there. I wonder if I could just regain that very quickly with... Hold on, I put the wrong one in charge there. Oh well, it happens. There's so many of them though, they could just come and crush me. And it's not like I have many of my own cannons to bring to the party either. What I need is for Russia to be occupying as much of that as possible. I'll try to get some recently converted modifiers on these provinces so that they don't flip away so fast. Alright, this is good. I just need the Russians to keep on occupying land here, but the Commonwealth are keen to just throw their troops away there. The numbers don't look good for me. It looks far from good for me. Speaking of things that don't look good. More rebels. Well, here's hoping that the rebels and the Ottomans will have so much in common. Come on, just gotta occupy loads of this land. Russia, it's all free to a good home. He's contemplating attacking me, and for good reason. Wouldn't be a difficult fight for him. Hang on, those Bavarians want to get out of here. I hope they don't want to fight me. I'm not up for that. I'm not even sure if I could run away from there in time. I mean, that would take till the 10th, that would take till the... Okay, slightly faster for me to go there. But only just. I have an idea. Okay, now he wants to siege it, that's fine. But hang around there, I need to get my cores. And Russia, I need you to occupy. I didn't get quite so lucky with my own sieges, but it happens. Goodbye, prestige. Jake, use the magic you know. Is the magic having my subject just wipe his troops on rebels? Because if so, abracadabra. Come on, Russia, occupy that stuff. No, not my stuff. Damn it, go away. Not the best spy event I could be enjoying right now. I just need this fort back in my control. That's not how we do it. That's definitely not how we do it. Yeah, the Ottomans are bringing so many cannons to these sieges. They're just going to fall very quickly. Oh, no kidding, they got a breach on Praha already. Oh god. Down goes my country. And they're occupying some land, but not enough. This is actually not what I want. I don't want the Commonwealth to be defeating Russia here. I want the Russians to be occupying loads of stuff so I can go, yeah, sure, here you go. Yeah, I mean, I love surrendering land. Love everything about it. Hey, I'd even give cores back if you really wanted me to. Honestly though, it's kind of close there if they just grabbed another province or two. But they're not even close to doing that. Okay, right, I missed it, and here come the separatists. I mean, I can defeat them, but it's costing me. Especially when they've got a 6-3-0. Oh, goodbye my units. Ouch. Okay, what I don't need my allies doing is recapturing that land. That's what I very specifically need them not doing. Because if this becomes a war on one front, things get a lot easier for us. Take that. Wait, what? Russian military strength is apparently extremely low. They've been dealt a big blow already. Well. Man, maybe I should just give them more of this stuff. Really what I want is for them to be more obsessed with Ottomans, so if they have a bit more crossover down here, that's for the better. So yeah, take a couple of provinces and that'll get rid of you. Signing a separate peace will reduce everybody's trust by 10. But, you know, we're pretty trustworthy, right? That's fine. Thank goodness they didn't have plenty of Miltech. We were able to deal enough damage to them that they had to just run away with their tails between their legs. And that should balance out the numbers just a bit. And now my good ally can bring the full force of his overflowing 444 manpower into the fray. Notice that number of mercenaries there, 71. Yeah, I can just pull them out of their butt endlessly when you're playing on very hard mode. It's sacrilegious, so it is. So Praha's gonna fall, and wow, he's gutsy if he wants to take me on with that. Unfortunately, he's also probably quite right that he could take me on with that. So let's grab... pretty much everybody should probably be consolidated, but you're the ones I need particularly. If you are not a merc, well, basically if your foot troops get scrunched. And I'm gonna need a lot more of you. I wonder if he was expecting backup from other forces of his. Well, he's gonna get them. Dear Ottomans, please go away. I should probably run. But I really want my fort back. Plus, I gotta show them who's boss. Oh, I'm not showing anybody anything at this rate. And he's bringing that 5-shock. 5-shock bold fighter. Just gets better and better. And there's the Commonwealth getting slaughtered there. Well, just hope they don't come in and give me the old wipey wipe. Fire phase does come first, and I make sure I feel it. Oh, I definitely should have ran away from that other battle. Oh god. At least we got a siege specialist now, but I need an army. I knew running was the right thing to do, but I didn't do it anyway. Good heavens. Hope he doesn't just march straight back here. Jake, you should probably debase and merc like you've never done before. I mean, I could. But I could also get my burghers to be giving me money. And I like it when burghers give me money. And Diplo support as it happens, but I need that money right now. Diplo is better, but I want that money. Right, at least all those Russians are going away. But are my allies just kind of hanging out here now? Because that isn't very cool. Maybe what they need is military access to get through here. Because I got it through all these folks, but not so much to get to me. If I got it from, say, Austria, which I don't think you guys have, then you could come that way. Yeah, I actually think you lost that, so we'll get that on your behalf. I'm gonna miss those cannons. Unfortunately, a lot of our firepower is actually locked up here in Italy now. But if we just get them out and into the playing field, you know, into that mountainous fort that they can sit around in. You know, maybe I should get access from you as well so they can come along this way and not die. Trouble with just these guys. Well, they can't siege very well, and they're just generally pretty bad at most things. But I don't have much else. Now, mind you, 4 shock from Manly Mantua. That I can agree with. I should always have like 4 of these guys, and I will need at least a Pedro. Gotta think about the sieging. Speaking of, I will help out Mantua here. I want that fort back. He brings the cannons, I bring the siege specialization. This is a war for all the everything, and the Commonwealth are not very enthusiastic about the war. The Ottomans aren't over the moon about it either. I wonder why. This is their conquest of Spiss. And Spiss will not be a cakewalk for them to take. Okay, Commonwealth, I know you have 5 shock, but they have 4. I know we have the defense there, but... yeah, jeez. He's confident, but I don't think he can take on like 2 or 3 to 1 there. Especially since he hasn't backup coming in. Although I appreciate the thought. Oh, that's deadly. Very deadly shock rolls to start with. Do not chase defeat. Okay, that's nice. I'm glad Brandenburg is on our side. So Jake, will you be trying to get all the Hungarian culture lands in this war? I will have to keep my aggressive expansion in check, but more or less. Alright, Brandenburg, show us what you're made of. You have your offensive ideas, you have your morale of armies, and your infantry combat ability. For God's sake, put the Ottomans to sword. Or pike shot, whatever works for you. It's easy to forget the era. Come on, Ottomans.